welcome back. And welcome back, Prathisha. Thank you for joining me again.
Thank you for having me again, and welcome and good morning to everyone. Sorry, the presenter genes are kicking in. I just want to say welcome to GMNC, so I'm going to anyway.
Can't help yourself, eh?
I can't. So today we're talking about self-love. And if you're at home, and I know this is a topic that we all talk about all the time, but why don't you share your thoughts with us if you've already been practicing it? How have you been practicing it? Has your life been shifting? Share your thoughts with us and play with us today. We've got lots of games to play today.
Ooh.
So, Zoe, do you think you could love yourself a bit more?
Probably, yes.
Do you think you could be a bit more compassionate and forgiving,
Probably,
as you would
yes.
with your little ones at home, right?
I think moms are hard on themselves, aren't we?
We are very hard on ourselves. But how about let's try and not berate ourselves every time we don't make the cut? Let's try and be supportive. As you would, as I would, my 6-year-old, as you would. How old is your little one?
A 1-year-old and a 5-year-old.
As you would be talking to your 1-year-old and your 5-year-old.
Yeah.
Let's try and talk to ourselves in that way. So before we get started, I always love to align our energies. Let's get tapping, guys, and thumping. We're going to do the 4 thumps. I hope you all will join me here. It's definitely calming and a great start to the day. So let's thump on our cheekbones.
Ooh.
And we're going to thump on our collarbones.
I love the we've got like 80% of the studio doing it as well.
We do. And we're going to thump on our thymus gland, but we're going to miss the mic.
We're going to miss the mic. The boss will not be happy.
And then we're going to thump on our bra strap points.
Why not?
Cool. So now that we're feeling happy and energetic and alive, I have a fun fact for you. Did you know happy people are 30% less likely to get sick? How could that change your workforce, right?
Considering what you said last week, though, that makes perfect sense.
Yes. So let's talk about the self-love. So I have a nice story for you, and it's about Sally Sell. So Sally Sell was approaching her 50th birthday party, and she went through life like we all do. She felt fine. Haven't you heard the word fine quite often? How are you doing? I'm fine. Not I'm great, I'm happy, I'm fabulous, but I'm fine. So she also went through life fine. Until one day she got really ill and she was rushed into the emergency room at the hospital. And after doing many, many tests, they discovered that she needed a liver transplant, okay? And she was horrified and astonished because she didn't drink. She had no liver disease in her family, no bloodline of it, and so she was very astonished about it. But she got her liver transplant and she was back to living her life being fine. And 9 months later, at one of her checkups, Sally went to the doctor, and the doctor said to her, listen, I am so sorry, but the liver we put in is now failing you, so you need another liver transplant. And again, she was horrified. So she decided to dive a bit deeper and find out what's really going on with her. And she remembered that the lady sitting next to her in the waiting room was there for her 3rd liver transplant. And that woman was the angriest, most bitter, negative person she could ever find, okay? And then Sally Sell did a course in Chinese medicine. And in Chinese medicine, every organ is associated with an emotion. The liver is associated with anger. So Sally decided to check, now what am I angry about? How is it that I am manifesting this disease in my body? What am I angry about? And then she discovered she was holding a lot of anger and non-forgiveness towards herself, okay? So she went on this mission and she decided to fix it. She went through doing self-love practices for 5 minutes every day. That's how she loved herself, right? And when she returned to the doctor a few months later, the doctor was astonished. He was like, what's going on here? This liver has cleared itself up. She didn't even require another liver transplant. And can you imagine how incredible that was? She literally cured herself with the practices of self-love. So in the spirit of that, we're going to play a little game, and we're going to talk about, it's the one that I do on the school run with my 6-year-old. And I invite you to play with us. So we're going to have turns saying, what do we appreciate about ourselves? So I'll start. I appreciate that I show up for myself. I'm here doing what I love and hopefully making your day brighter.
I appreciate about myself, I appreciate the fact that I wake up every morning excited to go to work. And I know not everyone is that lucky.
Definitely.
I'm genuinely excited every single morning when I wake up, like, yes, let's go get it. Because I get to do this.
That's awesome. I appreciate about myself that I try to be as kind as I can.
Oh, you got me thinking now, Prathisha.
And I hope you're thinking at home, what do you appreciate about you? We're quick to give everybody else compliments and appreciation. What do you appreciate about you?
Yeah, goodness. I would appreciate, I suppose, I mean, I've had two babies, two beautiful baby boys, and despite not being known for being the most patient human being in the world, I do like to conquer this every single day, and I make a point of setting a better example to try and be more patient so they'll grow up to be young men that are patient young men, because this is what we need out of our young men.
We do. And passing it along to our children is one of the things that I really stand by. So on the other, I want to leave you with a quote, but I also want to invite you throughout the day as you're going along. And you can put this on a Post-it, or you can just put it as a reminder on your phone. And the question is going to be, what loving thing can I do for myself right now in this moment? And just do it. And it's not going to take up 2 extra minutes of your day, I promise you. But I want to leave you with a quote by Dr. Siegel. And he had said, if I asked my patients to increase the immune globulins or killer T cells in their bodies, they wouldn't know how. But if I asked them to love themselves more or to love more fully, they could do that easily. And the beauty of it is that it would have the exact same effect.
Wow.
So love yourselves and do the best you can for your bodies and your health and your loved ones.
Phenomenal. Brilliant as always. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, you guys. You heard it. Be kind to yourselves. It goes a lot longer and a lot further than you would think. So, right, we're going to have a little ad break, and then after this, we're going to be talking to our regular Warren Loader. See you soon.